Takiwātanga in his, her, their own time and space.
Being cool. The kids that are in his class that have autism, super cool.
Autism's about a different perspective on life.
And once you've met one autistic person, you've met one autistic person.
There is nothing wrong with having autism, you know. The hardest thing with autism and intellectual disability and that is sometimes accepting it.
They bring change, they are non-judgmental.
Being different ways to thinking.
I'm autistic. If you don't look autistic, it is a very ableist statement.
Autism is a label. Forget the label and just live as normal life as possible. Autism is about hope.
Takiwātanga. Love Not Cure, Exploring Autism One Strength at a Time.
I watched a TEDx talk by Jack Den Houting on why everything you know about autism is wrong. And this is my take. Most people have certain beliefs about autism and disability that affect how they view and treat those who are different. Jack questions these beliefs and suggests a new way of thinking about autism and disability. There's this idea that society should change to better support everyone, highlighting the importance of understanding and celebrating neurodiversity. In her talk, she introduces the neurodiversity paradigm. This idea sees autism not as a medical issue but as a natural variation in how people's brains develop. The neurodiversity paradigm values all types of brain function and believes that everyone deserves respect and equal rights, regardless of how their brain works. By adopting this view, society can become more supportive in appreciating the diverse ways people think and experience the world. From the medical model to the social model of disability, the medical model focuses on the individual's limitations, while the social model suggests that disability happens when the environment doesn't meet a person's needs. Her personal story shows how important it is to create spaces that support all kinds of cognitive differences. This new perspective encourages society to remove barriers and design environments where everyone, including people with disabilities, can succeed. In regards to autism research and support, it was pointed out that most money for autism research goes to studying genetics and finding ways to make autistic people behave like non-autistic people. She suggests that there should be more research that listens to autistic individuals to address their real needs. More focus should be on research that helps autistic people live happy, have authentic lives, and society can develop better support systems that respect and embrace their unique perspectives. There's also this concept of double empathy problem. This challenges the idea that autistic people naturally have social difficulties. She explained these challenges often arise from differences in communication styles between autistic and non-autistic people. Studies like the diffusion chain experiment supports this idea, showing the need to rethink how we understand social interactions. She suggested that society should acknowledge and address these differences so we can create better communication strategies that include everyone. So here are the top 10 ideas I got from that talk, and I also have linked the TEDx talk in the description. Number 1, paradigm shift on autism. Changing how we think about autism and questioning the old beliefs about autism. In the past, people have thought of autism as a medical problem or as a disease that needs to be cured. But now, more people are starting to see and understand autism as a different way of thinking and experiencing the world. Many traditional views sees autism negatively, focusing on what autistic people can't do, and challenging these views means recognizing the strengths and unique abilities that come with autism. Number 2, autistic identity empowerment. So this is being proud of being autistic and moving from seeing autism as a problem to seeing it as a strength. So instead of feeling ashamed or trying to hide their autism, more autistic people are embracing their identity and being open about who they are. So rather than viewing autism as a tragedy or something that needs to be fixed, people are starting to see the positive aspects of being autistic, such as creativity, attention to detail, and unique problem-solving skills. Number 3, neurodiversity and autistic thinking. recognizing different ways of thinking, and valuing and accepting different kinds of minds. Neurodiversity is the idea that there are many different ways for brains to work, and all of them are normal and valuable. This includes autistic ways of thinking, which might be different but are just as important as any other. And then we also have embracing neurodiversity, which means appreciating the diversity of thought and recognizing that autistic individuals contribute valuable perspectives to society. Number 4, social model of disability. Seeing disability as a problem that our society needs to fix and focusing on changing the environment, not the person. The social model of disability suggests that people are disabled not by their differences but by society's failure to accommodate those differences. This means the real issue is with society, not the individual. Instead of trying to change autistic people to fit into society, we should change our environments to be accessible to everyone. Number 5, funding misallocation in autism research. There's uneven spending in autism research, and there's a need for research that truly helps autistic people. Right now, most money for autism research goes to studying the genetics of autism or trying to find ways to make autistic people act more like non-autistic people. It's the so-called act normal. There needs to be more funding for research that focuses more on the autistic people's needs, like better support services, understanding sensory issues, and improving quality life. Number 6, the double empathy problem. Communication difficulties between autistic and non-autistic people and working towards better mutual understanding. The double empathy problem suggests that communication issues happen because autistic and non-autistic people often misunderstand each other, not because autistic people are bad at communicating. So we can improve these interactions for both autistic and non-autistic people. We just need to learn how to understand each other's communication styles. Number 7, research collaboration with autistic people. This is about research led by autistic people for real benefits, including autistic voices in research decisions. So research about autism should include autistic people in the planning and decision-making process or processes to ensure the research addresses their actual needs and concerns. When autistic individuals are part of the research, the outcomes are more likely to be relevant and helpful to the autistic community. Number 8, autistic social interaction. This is about understanding how autistic and non-autistic people interact and supporting real social connection for autistic people. It's important to study and understand the ways people socialize, which can be different from how non-autistic people do. Encouraging and supporting social interactions that are comfortable and meaningful for people with autism, rather than trying to make them fit into non-autistic social norms. Number 9, rethinking support services. This is about creating services that fit the needs of autistic individuals, focusing on their happiness and success. So support services should be designed based on what autistic people actually need and want, rather than trying to make them conform to non-autistic standards. The goal of the support services should be to help autistic individuals lead fulfilling, happy lives and reach their own potential. Number 10, embracing neurodiversity. This is about seeing the value in different types of brains and promoting acceptance and inclusion for everyone. So neurodiversity means recognizing that having different kinds of brains is a good thing. Diversity makes our world richer and more interesting. We have to encourage society to accept and include people with all kinds of neurological differences, so everyone can participate and contribute in their unique ways. So in her talk, Jack encourages us to rethink our views on autism and disability. We as a society will need to support the neurodiversity paradigm, the social model of disability, and inclusive research and support systems. This will help provide a better world for neurodiverse people. To build a society that values and supports everyone, we must embrace these new perspectives and celebrate the diverse ways of people experiencing life. Through these changes, we can create a fairer, more supportive world where everyone, no matter how their brain works, can thrive.
Every tangata fight Takiwātanga is different. If you fail with one strategy, don't stop. Keep moving forward. Always remember that for every failure you encounter is one step closer to your success. Thanks for tuning in. Until next time, Memuto te whakawa haere. Let's stop judging others. Me mahi tahi tato. Let's all work together. Kia maya, kia kaha, be brave and be strong.